What a beautiful day, what a beautiful morning. The air smells sweet like sugar. Hello everybody, good morning then. You join me in October, 13 minutes past 8. Welcome back to Elm Creek. So yes, it's sugar beet day today. It is ready to harvest. Oh, it's what we've been waiting for. We finally get to put some sugar beet in this thing, get it started, get some sugar made. Finally, we can send it to the dairy, the donuts, the bakery, and the money, I'm hoping, will roll in. So what happened since the last episode then? There's a couple of little things were done. So I went over, and I will show you quickly if we just go and do some major speed walking through here. Well, excuse me, through someone's land. Right, race down the road faster than the cars. So over here then to our grass field. I did cut this, and I've already gone forward a month. And it's nearly ready to go. Stage 2 or 3, so we're nearly ready to cut it again. I also found out that apparently, if you buy a grass roller, it improves the yield. So we're going to have to check on that, but it has to be almost done straight after cutting before it starts growing. If I try and go over it now, apparently, it just resets it back to the start. So that's not what we want. So we'll sort of get another cut out of this, and then we'll see if that improves. But I mean, the size of the field, I got nearly 290,000 litres of grass. And obviously I did go over just these little bits just here as well. Not going to be as good as the actual field, but as you can see, just around here, every extra helps. I mean, why not? So that was pretty good. They're nearly 290,000 litres. If we go and just sort of run back through here, speed through. Oh, watch your feet. And across someone's field again. And we go over to the fermenter. So as you can see at the bottom, then everything's in here now. We've got 186,000 litres of grass left in here because it has been processing. We've got 30,000 hay and 30,000 on silage because I've activated both of them because we need hay and silage obviously for the cows, and everything else is looking pretty good. I also did go in here, and you saw me making up some TMR. I did go through, and if you just have a look at the bottom corner there, you'll see total mixed ration 193,000 litres. So we have got plenty made up in there, because then it's pretty simple. Instead of actually sitting here and making sure I get all the mixtures correct, we can just come along with the trailer now, dump a trailer full load in, and take it over. Obviously they're not holding much at the minute in food, but that will progress because obviously they're going to reproduce. And let's have a look, actually see if we've got anything. Oh look, you see 47's red, it's ready to rumble, and 56 it's dark green, it's nearly ready to go. We're just missing that 52 at the minute, and I'm really like, I want to get it just so we can complete this nice little area. But it's out of reach at the minute. But we will get there. We will get there at some point when we pay back some of this 3.2 million. So chicken's all looking good then. Cows are doing well. The food's still doing well on them. We still only got 20 in each at the minute, so nothing has happened as of yet. But health's looking good. I think it says animals that are healthier than 18 months can reproduce. So at the minute, we're not at the stage where they can. But they are giving us milk, you see. Each one's got just over 1,500 litres of milk, so that's pretty good. And if we have a quick look over here then, I did get rid of the little trailer, because now we've got the big Arctic. We don't really need to do anything with the little trailer. And I have gone and replaced it. That is a grass roller. Looks similar to that one, but that is the grass roller, which helps and apparently improve the yield. So we'll find out. After next cut, I'll use the roller and see if I get more than 290,000 litres of grass. And obviously that's our little lawnmower, which works a dream. So that's pretty much up to speed at the minute. I think it's time to head over to the store and rent ourselves a sugar beet. I was going to bring a tractor, but then I thought, you know what, why not just speed walk? It does good for you, keeps you fit, and obviously we don't want a tractor stuck here. So let's go into beet technology. We've got the two here. There isn't a massive difference apart from, you know, the capacity it holds, and I think we're going to go for the big one because we're leasing it, so why not? So we'll go for this one here. We're going to pretty much leave everything as it is. We could put the speed up a little bit to, what would it go to, 11.9 miles an hour. We're not going to do anything with the wheel setup and tyre change. It doesn't matter because we're leasing it. We're not keeping it for our own. Nearly 500,000. Maybe, I personally don't think we need to bother with actually owning one of these, because we'll see how this field goes, but I've got a feeling this field's actually going to go quite a way with sugar beet, and we're going to get quite a lot of sugar from it. I don't think it goes through pretty quick. It produces a lot of sugar, but then I don't think we actually go through the sugar beet very quick. So I don't think we're going to really need to own one of these. 25, nearly 25.5 grand to lease it. You know, why not? So let's lease that bad boy. Let's go back and then press this to find out the header, what goes with it, and we will we'll make sure that the header matches on the 11.9, and then we will lease that as well. Make sure we don't buy it. How much is it? 79. Oh yeah, that'll wipe us out. We will go and lease that as well. Oh, look at this. What a beauty. Let's jump in. Let's fire the old girl up. Ooh, look at this. Why does it feel like I'm literally sat at the very front and it doesn't feel like there's any... I mean, you can see the window, but it doesn't feel like there's any window. It feels like I'm literally just sat there, steering wheel in front of me turning, and it's just all open. Connect it on nice and gently. Now, can we fold it? We can, but I think I'm not going to be able to see anything, so we might have to go back. Yeah, we might... we might... It's just like design flaw there, isn't there, really? We might have to go back outside. So let's get this over to the field. It's going to be a little bit slow, so we'll get this over to the field. I'll see you there. And then we are just going to get stuck into harvesting this field. And let's see how much we get, and then we can finally start the sugar production. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, doing a bit of checks last night, well, after the last episode, a bit of researching as well while I was off camera, and I wanted to find out what was going on with this whole distribution thing. I said to you that it wasn't distributing, like flour wasn't seeming to go anywhere, and I had to go up and pick it up, as you saw in the previous episode. Well, let's just say I might have made a little mistake, and I suppose it makes sense when you think about it now. But the distribution does work, is working. I kind of got it wrong. It only distributes every hour. So at the minute, time's frozen, which we will unfreeze time in a second. You know what, actually, let's just do that right now. Let's unfreeze it and put it on ×5. Basically, as it's producing, when it gets to like 9 o'clock, whatever it's made, it would distribute it then. Then when it gets to 10 o'clock, whatever it's made again, it will distribute it again. It does it every hour. Here's me thinking, looking, put it on distribute, I'm like, oh, it's not going anywhere, why? Well, when after checking and doing a bit of research, I kind of found out it does it every hour. Makes sense. Don't know why I didn't think about that. So, yeah, everything is working perfectly fine on this now. So if we're going to have a look in the productions, so the flour, as you can see, it's going up in the bakery. All the butter, it's going across, it's distributing right now. Everything is working as it should. The flour, you can see, it's distributing it. We're down to 177 litres. That's pretty good. Also with the flour, the oat ran out, and I didn't realise, I don't know where or why, but I forgot we got a bit of wheat in storage, about 40,000 litres. So I've dumped it in here, and I know it's not quite a good ratio, as you know, it's using more wheat to flour, which is not what we want, but we've got it kicking about, so why not? The flour's important, and obviously it's topping up the donuts and also the bread. So that's what we want. So let's just go through then, swap this onto the machine, unfold the machine. Look at this. Let's just see how much we get, shall we, of this. It does seem a small field, but I think it's still going to be good. Now, is this working? It is working. We can go 11 miles an hour, which is really scary. But just 12 in it, 11.9. That's a lot quicker than I remember in the old days. Look at that. That's quite a wide swath, and already that one strip there is 4,000 litres. I've got a feeling this field is going to be pretty good. 4,000 litres just off that one line there. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough here. I really do. So let's drop it down. Let's carry on. I'm sure the speed's improved over last time. I mean, I know I've got the mod to enhance the speed. I really thought these things were only slow, literally like 3 or 6 miles an hour. But look at that. Ooh, we've missed some. Do I normally stay outside? If I go inside, we tend to miss some. This is a big unit as well to try and turn. I think there's a way we can actually change the steering if I'm right. But I think, yeah, we just missed some here. So let's just go and hoover this up. I won't be missing anything. Also, if I'm right as well, I think, is it sugar beet and potatoes that you need to plow after? Something tells me it's sugar beet and potatoes that we need to actually plow after. Everything else, I think you're okay. You could direct drill this with something else, but I think after sugar beet and potatoes, I think we have to plow. Nearly 10,000 litres just off the 2 strips. I think because the sugar factory is so close, I'm literally just going to use this. We don't need to really go and transport it into a trailer. We'll just use this, nip through to the sugar factory and just dump it straight in from this. We might as well, otherwise we're just transferring it across to a trailer for no reason, really. We're already 36% full. Gotta watch, don't back it down into the little stream. Just go a bit higher so we can actually just see the header a little bit better. Make sure we're getting every little inch of this. Can you imagine if we had one of them bigger fields? The ones just through the hedge there, where we put the wheat in. Can you imagine if we had one of them full of sugar beet? Ooh, we'd have a lot. Now, that is something we can do. But I really do think we need to find out how long this is going to last. Because, I don't know, the sugar factory could just absolutely annihilate this and go through it so quickly that we run out very quickly. But I don't know why, I've just got a feeling it's just not going to. We're going to get a lot of sugar off this. But not very much sugar beet is going to be used for it. But, you know, we'll find out. So that's nearly 24,500 litres already. You know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to get this straight into the sugar factory. I really want to get the ball rolling. Let's get some sugar making. We'll be able to see as well as we're going through with this. The time's still on ×5. Let's just go and put this in here. And we can activate this and see. Literally tip it straight in. Might as well. Oh, there she goes. This is a moment, this is. Did anyone remember how much actually the sugar factory holds? I think it was quite a lot. So let's go and have a look then. The first bit in this sugar mill, it's going to be right at the very bottom here. Past the massive warehouse. Straight in, sugar beet. It's 2 to 1. So 2 lots of sugar or sugar beet to 1 sugar. And it holds, oh, it holds 5.3 million litres. Okay, so it does hold a lot. So let's activate that then. And we're going to get the sugar distributing. So it's going to go straight across then to all the places that need it. So we're going to have it going straight across to the donuts. And it's going to go straight across to the bread or the bakery to make cake. And then hopefully it will go across and we'll start getting some sugar in here. Yeah, so it's going to go across the bakery, it's going to go across the dairy, and it's going to go across to the donuts. So because we've got 3 productions that are going to be using it, there is a good chance actually that it's going to get through it pretty quick. And a 2 to 1 ratio, yeah, we might need to look at putting some more in. Let's just have a quick look and see on the old chart then. when can we actually put this in again? So sugar beet at the minute, we can harvest now. So it's going to be next year before we can put it in again. It's going to be March. That's not too bad. So I definitely think we need to really think then about a field dedicated just to this. Maybe one with a bit more size. Not sure. There's still quite a lot here if you think. It's really deceiving, really tricky to sort of know how much are we going to actually get from a whole field. So I'm just going to crack on with this and let's just see how we get on.
I don't want to feel this way, but it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. And though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you.
Something a little bit different then. A sky view of a worker. Seem to be getting very confused with how to turn around and driving all over me crop there to try and get to the new line. But all's good. 43,000 litres then, another load in there. We're not got too much left to do. Overall, I think this is going to be a good amount. I think this is going to get us underway and get some sugar on the go. So we're getting there. So it's basically, it won't start distributing until it's got like 1,000 litres, and then it will do it on the hour. There's 66,000 litres at the minute. Don't think we're going to quite make the 100,000, but I'm hoping that will sort of get the ball rolling. I mean, we've got a massive amount of storage space in the sugar mill, so we're not too bad. Let's just head up here. One thing the worker did do, the workers put it into some like crab mode, or like all steering mode, because now it kind of, I don't know, it what's the word, oscillates? Is it oscillates in the middle where it moves separately? That's pretty cool. But yeah, when we put it on worker mode, the worker did that. I mean, you would have thought then if the worker had done that, it should have made it better for its turning capabilities, but it seemed to go appalling how it was turning. But we'll let it off. So just this little bit to go then. So because the amount of space that we've got in the sugar mill, it's really making me want to find a bigger field. Now, we've got everything in all our fields at the minute, and the problem is we're not going to get to harvest before sugar comes around again. So if we just sort of hold fire on this a minute and go and have a quick look up here. So at the minute, we've got everything in all our fields, apart from that little one, but that's not really much bigger than what we've got. So we wanted sort of one of these, but if we're going to have a look on here, you can see that everything there doesn't get harvested. Wheat, barley, canola, it's all like middle of the year next year, and the sugar beet needs to go in March or April next year. So we've got a slight problem here, because we're not going to be able to plant any more. I mean, we can put some more back in the same field. Do we need to really be, I mean, yes, we do really need to be careful of money, but you see, part of me is wanting to go for something a bit bigger, like maybe 39. How much is this? Ooh, dear. Ooh, 364,000. But the problem is it gets this bit up here as well. You see, we don't really need that bit. We just want the kind of field bit. We don't need that bit over there. And I bet 38 is going to be the same. Yeah, you see, it gets that bit over there. Although 38 is probably a better value. That's 364 for that. That's 393. Decisions. You see, it would be nice to have a bigger field. Do we go for something like one of these then? Well, it's 226, 330, 510. Look at the size of that. I think maybe, you know, one of these will be good. I just think something a little bit more bigger than what we've got. I mean, yeah, when you think about it, 47 compared to 30 is quite tiny. We could use this for other things, like just normal, like crops like we've been doing. We're still going to get 52 at some point because I really do think that would be good to put olives in. And then this one here would be good to put grapes in. But it would be nice just to have a big field. Even if we don't use it for sugar beets, it'd be nice to sort of like we've got these here. I mean, technically we've got this one. But the problem is, we're not going to... I mean, we could get that. Put it in, harvest it, and then sell it. And then think about using one of our like fields like this 57 here. It's just none of these are going to be able to be harvested before we need to put sugar beet in again. So it's either miss a whole year, wait till these are harvested, then put sugar in again. I'm not sure if that little field is going to get us sort of best part of the way through what. Got the rest of this year, all next year, and then we're going to have to be the year after. I don't think it's going to do it. So we could go to the bank and see if we can get some money, you know, get a $250,000 again, just to have something like this, put in sugar beet. Or do we go one more? 313. I really do think that one would be enough, but then sandy loam. Tough decision. I do think that's going to be a good idea to do something like that. I really do. It's just so we can just get a nice stash of this. Like, this is definitely going to be enough, but if I'm honest, it probably told me all along, but I overlooked it of how much it could actually hold. So, is that trying to give me the hint there? Because it holds over 5 million litres, is that basically telling me that it's going to just absolutely drink it? Or not? I don't know, it's a tough one, you see. Even though it is, you know, 5 million litres is a lot, it might not go quick. It might just be because this is quite a hefty yielding crop. You know, you get a lot from it. I still do think another bigger field would be good. Even if we just use it for one sugar beet harvest and then we flip it on and we sell it back. And then we could always use one of our bigger fields to, you know, for future. I do think that might be a good idea because the sugar provides a lot. Bakery for the cakes, the dairy to get the chocolate, and then the donuts. Just finishing off the last strip. Not another bad amount here. Are we going to hit 30,000? Not quite, I don't think. Pretty close. 28,448. That's all she's got. That's not bad at all, that. So altogether, what do we get? Around about 80,000? Right about that, I think. We'll have a quick look. We'll put this in the sugar mill. Obviously, it has been producing, so it has been dropping a little bit. So all in, let's go and have a quick look at the grand total then and see what we got in the production for the sugar beet. Nearly 100,000. So like I said, it has dropped a little bit. So we are probably close then to the 100,000. That's not bad for that little field. And we're not far off actually for distributing some sugar. So we can now go send this back before it costs us any money. How much did we actually use on that? 0.4 hours. That's not bad at all. So let's send back the header first. We are done with that. Thank you very much for your work there. And send that back as well. We're back to walking again. So, do we really need a big field or not? I'm going to have a think about this and see, because it's more money from the bank. Or do we just see how far this 100,000 litres go? 2 to 1. I don't know how far that's going to go. Is it going to drop a lot or not? I think we're going to just see how it goes first before we go and spend some more money. Because technically we can leave that field. We can prep it and get it ready to put some more sugar beet in. Because the sugar beet, when did we say the sugar beet goes in? So the sugar beet goes in March, and then we harvest it in October. I think that's probably going to be a good idea. I think let's just see. Recycle this one. Because then when we've got other fields available, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best actually. Let's go and recycle it in this one. Put another set of sugar beets in this one. And then maybe we could use one of the bigger ones when we sort of relieve them free. Gonna save us some money because you've got to remember, we're on episode 16. Gotta get to episode 40. And gotta be, or try to be, as close to 2.5 million in profit. Yeah, I think this could be a bit of a struggle. But all's looking good. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to jump into our vent. Now we just need to have a look. I'm just going to have a quick look and see what I have to do with sugar beet. Do we have to plow it or do we just cultivate it? So just having a quick look in the help guide here, it does say plowing is needed after you've harvested root crops like potatoes, corn and sugar beet. So we do need to do it. And also another little indication as well is on here. It does sort of go up red there to show, yes, it does need plowing. So, plow is on. Let's just drop this and get this ready. I do think this is going to be good to get this ready, and we'll see about putting another sugar beet harvest in here. We might as well. It's going to be, it's the only spare field we've got, unless we go spend some money on a bigger field. I do think this is probably going to be the best option for now, and then we'll leave one of our other fields available if we need more. We just need to see really how much of the sugar, well, the sugar beet itself is going to go down to how much sugar we're going to get. It is a 2-to-1 ratio, but again, it's a bit tricky to try and work out, you know, what we're actually going to sort of get out of this. I still think we're going to get enough sugar. And the last thing we want is to go and sort of make loads of sugar beets and then find out we've got absolutely tons and tons and tons of sugar, which is going to have to go in the warehouse because, you know, the productions like the donuts and the bakery and all that can't actually hold anymore. I don't think they hold a massive amount. Let's just have a quick look and see. What do the productions actually hold? Let's go all the way down to the productions and see. So, let's have a look at the first one then, which will be donuts. So the donuts only hold 7,000 litres, so it's 1,000 litre per pallet. So 7 pallets in there. We hold 36,000 litres in the dairy, so that's not too bad actually. 7 pallets for the bakery, 7 for the donuts, and obviously the dairy is going to take the most. But again, it's how quick do then productions actually get through the sugar. It's all a bit of an unknown at the minute, so I think we're just going to get this ready. We'll put another sugar beet harvest into here, or we'll put another crop in here and we'll harvest just this one again. Going to get us nearly another 100,000 litres, and hopefully that might be enough. It might last until this is ready to go again next year. If it does, then we're fine with this one. So glad that I turned the stones off. So much easier than having stones keep kicking up. So just on the final run then of ploughing, this is very close, just about getting it all in. Might have to just double check in case we miss any little bits, because we need to make sure it's all ploughed up. But no, it seems to be good. All done, look at that, beautiful. So we just go and double check on this then. That field is all done. Look at that, all ready to go, looking good. So really, that's pretty much it. What we can do today. Everything else is still growing. Sugar beet's been ploughed. Grass is nearly ready. Definitely going to try the roller on that field just to see then if we do get any more and how much more. But again, I don't know if it's a massive worry, because 290,000 litres, it's really only going to be used for hay and silage, and we've got a good amount of them. Before we drop this, just give it a wash. Oh, love that button. Drop it down and release. And then we can actually go and put this thing back. Drops it a bit of a funny place. And we grab it. So we need to wait until the sugar beet goes back in that field before we can fertilize it and check all the pH levels and nitrogen levels, because at the minute it's just going to see the soil and it's just going to want the maximum of everything, and it'd be just a waste. Let's just go and have a quick little check round on everybody, make sure cows, make sure all the chickens and everybody's good. Cows are looking pretty good, 2,000 litres. Obviously we're maxed out on the amount of chickens we can have. Cows are 13 months at the minute, so they're getting close to breeding age. Nice amount of milk there. I think we're doing all right on milk and the productions. I don't think we need to worry too much about milk. Now we've got nearly 30,000 litres. Obviously the bakeries and all that haven't done anything just yet. All's looking good. Now I was tempted. Do we need some more eggs? We can't go any bigger on the pen. We've maxed out what we can do on the pen. But I was wondering about having like another pen put in. Let's just have a quick look and I'll show you what I was meaning. I am tempted about going down to another chicken coop. And I was tempted to put it over here. There's somewhere just here. It's obviously, we might have to borrow a few more pennies because we're very close to... well, we're left at about 8,000, which we won't be able to get any more chickens with. I did wonder whether if it's worth putting another one here. I don't know if it just looks a bit random to plonk it here. But it's nice flat ground, so it's not going to cause any issues. Obviously, we've flattened it all out for the pallet warehouse and the trailer little storage yard here. So it would go there well. But do we need any more eggs, really? Are we going to get enough off that one coop? Do I need to worry? Or am I just kind of like panicking before we've had a chance to sort of let it produce us some eggs? I think what we need to do is we need to just let things run a little bit now, and we just need to see how things go. I think that's going to be the best way, because we're just worrying about it too much at the minute. I think we'll just let the chickens do their thing. The eggs are, coming out. 315 there. And I think the donuts are pretty much... We could actually go and take that. Steady, steady. Don't drop them, otherwise they'll scramble. Let's go drop this in here. Not potentially drop them. Oh, easy, easy. So basically, it's took all it wanted there. Now, what's the chance of running this down to the bakery? Give it a go, shall we? Easy, easy. I'll see you at the bakery. It's not something you see every day. Cars passing by as I'm running down the road with a pallet of eggs. Let's go put that in here. Oh, it's all gone. So we are maxed out then on eggs in the donuts, and obviously for cakes we're just starting on here. So really we can obviously focus now. Any more eggs we can send them across to the bakery. And no, I won't be running down the road with every single pallet of eggs. We will pick them up properly. There was just a few there, and I thought they were all going to get taken by the donuts. So really, chocolate in the donuts and sugar should be sorting itself out very soon. I think we just need to go through a few more hours first before any sugar starts to move. But things are looking good now. We are so close to be able to start donuts, start the cakes, and get some chocolate as well. 3 types of donuts. Oh, this is going to be a good money maker. So I think that's a good place to leave this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Then don't forget, hit like if you liking this series or liking this episode. Please leave a comment if you want to have any input on the series and where we should go. And anything that I might have done wrong or any tips, then please do let me know. Don't forget to hit subscribe to keep updated with every time I release a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.